Hello guys, welcome back to Malika Kenya. It's yet another beautiful day in the village. Guys, I'm coming straight out of the village, Bungoma, Kenya to be specific, and today I'm with Kare Wanyonyi and Albert Wanyonyi. I got the names right?
Yes.
And today they are going to give us their homestead tour. They're going to show us what they do, and the video Kare is going to take over from here. So Kare, show us what we have here. I know they can't wait to see.
All right, so here's our gate entryway. We built this fence this year that surrounds the property because we need to do a chicken business, and we don't need our chickens or our goats going over and eating the neighbors' foods. We need to keep a peace.
You forgot this gate is a sliding gate, right?
It is.
That's a very big deal here in the village.
This one,
Yeah.
we wanted to have a sliding gate. So we have a friend, a fundi out in Mayanja, who made a sliding gate for us. So this way, we don't have this big entryway that you have to wait inside.
Yeah.
You can just see everything out of here. And make it easy.
Okay. That's a sliding gate in my village. You people. That is my village. Not any other village, just my village. So let's go. And what we have this
over
is your
here,
land,
Originally we planted sweet potatoes here, and then my geese came and ate every single vine. So we built this fence so that next time we plant in there, hopefully the birds don't eat it. So there's literally nothing in here except some little coffee sprouts, little coffee plant sprouts, which need water, it looks like. And we're gonna use it to plant more gardening later. Eventually, we'll have a building here for like a community center or something else. But for now, while we're waiting for funding to come in and resources to build the buildings here, we're using it for farming for now. But Albert built this road.
Yeah.
It's kind of a local road. Obviously, it's not tarmacked or anything, but he used, stones and what's this? Marram.
Yeah.
A couple of trucks of marram, so that if we have anyone who visits, they can easily pass here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this place had such slippery mud you could barely walk through.
Were there rocks in here?
There were. This is actually where we've gotten most of the rocks for building what you will see in a minute, our chicken house and our kitchen. We got the stones here. And these small stones all over here also came from inside of there.
Wow.
So a lot of the building that we have done, anything that we have on our land to source, we've sourced it from our land.
Wow.
We've gotten a lot of the trees from our land, although this time we needed so many trees for things that they couldn't all come from our land, but we have neighbors who were selling trees. So we went all over the village and paid here and there for trees, brought them up here for the posts that we were needing, for this fence all around here, for the kitchen that's on this side of the house. This closest part of the building that you can see down here is where we built my kitchen.
Okay. Hi, but are you going to be able to build on this side with all this stock? She just said you're going to build on this side.
Yeah, that side's building and stand well.
Down in that corner at least.
But yeah, it's possible to get rid of the rocks because
This I need for like big machine was broken.
Now these rocks probably not, but they're in the corner where the rocks are not there. Probably there, and eventually we'll fill in this hole, so it'll give us more land here and more land in this part. Although here we'll probably use it for a parking area for people who are coming to see the school or the community center or whatever ends up being on this land.
Okay. Nice. This is the neighbors. Okay.
More rocks.
I
Been
know.
told Nangali is the land of rocks. And I know when he first got this land, it was very bad to think about all of the rocks that were here. It was like the lesser desirable land. But nowadays people are selling the rocks. So we've actually done a lot of work because of the rocks that we've sold as well. We have different land down there that doesn't grow things very easily because there's rocks everywhere. But we've sold truck after truck after truck of rocks when I was first married to him.
Wow.
And it's helped us pay for food and lighting and all kinds of different things. Because when we started, when we were married, we had a kerosene lamp.
Oh,
That's
you
it.
didn't
Just the
have
kerosene
solar or
lamp.
electricity.
No. So it was when he was working on those rocks, a guy came through with a Sun King solar.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we can get this solar.
Mm-hmm.
If we sell this many trucks per month, we can pay for the solar electricity.
Okay.
Front of our house. We had to have the ramp instead of stairs because the bike has to go inside.
Ah,
We have some stones down here. What do you call them? Kokoro?
kokoto. Yeah.
Kokoto.
Yeah.
Kokoto that have been broken so that we can make the chicken house flooring. So when we do,
Mm.
let me show you that one. There's no chickens right now, but eventually we will. Right now we're keeping a mama goat and her babies here because they're like tiny little babies.
Ah.
They can't sleep outside yet. So
But
right
it's
now
meant
they're
for
here.
the chicken.
But it's meant for chickens. Eventually we'll have the floor done. We'll have the sides plastered. And then we'll have some structure built up here so the chickens aren't sleeping on the ground.
Yeah.
And we'll make more of a chicken business in here so that it can expand. We were hoping because of the electricity in the village that we'd be able to have an electric heat lamp and a refrigerator for vaccines, like a small refrigerator to keep vaccines inside of, and an incubator. But the electricity out here isn't stable. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to also get a generator.
Yeah.
Just in case the power goes out for a week at a
Because of
time,
that.
like it did earlier this month.
And you have a bike.
Yes. This was a gift. Our first year of marriage, we'd been married about a year. They gave this one to us so that we could make an income doing boda instead of doing the rocks. So this actually helped us go from like 2,000 a month up to like 8,000 a month on the boda. Plus the ministry kept giving us some money to live off of. Once they found out that 2,000 a month wasn't enough, I'm talking Kenyan shillings, not American dollars. So that's like, at the time, 2,000 shillings a month was about $20. Now it's less than $20. And 8,000 shillings a month would be about $80. Now it's like $65, I think, would be a rough exchange rate on that one.
Yeah.
But this one cost us 1,000 American dollars originally, and it was a gift from a friend of ours who wanted us to have a better way to make a living because she knew how hard things had been. And Albert's really good at keeping it up, so
Yeah, it looks new.
it's like
It looks very, very new.
4 years old now, almost.
It looks
He
new
constantly
and
washes it. He prizes that bike. He doesn't ever want to treat it like he's not grateful.
Wow.
Here, let me get the door behind you.
Ah, okay. So this is where you pour your manure.
Yes, the chicken manure goes down here. We usually have bags of it. So we hold it in here and then we put it in bags and we take it down to some other land that we're taking care of. Our banana trees.
Yeah.
This one's a shelter for one of the goats. It used to be a shelter for one of the goats, but we have a goat house now.
Ah, this is where the goat used to stay.
Yeah, the big boy goat used to stay under this one because we can't have him close to the girls or he's trying to mate with them all night long.
Yeah.
We have some bunnies here. I built this bunny hutch myself out of an old dresser. They had mites, so their hair was falling out, but they've been treated.
Ah, okay.
They're getting better now, but they had a really bad case of mites.
Wow. A true farmer. You love farming, right?
I do. I love animals. In fact, when I was about 5 years old, I looked back on some old schoolwork that I had when I was 5.
Yeah.
And you know, they like to do that thing where they're asking you, what are you going to do when you grow up? And what are your dreams? And I had drawn a picture of me next to a giant watermelon, like as big as me. And I said, when I grow up, I'm going to be a farmer and I'm going to have lots of animals and I'm going to grow watermelons big enough to feed a whole army. So I've done everything except successful watermelon farming.
Wow.
Eventually I'll get better with the watermelon.
You will. With time.
Yes.
With time you'll get it.
This one was one of our school projects. We were making bird feeders.
Ah, okay. Okay.
The one with almost no peanut butter was Samara's, my youngest. She ate all her peanut butter instead of putting it on. We're trying to reestablish the grasses, which is another reason we don't have chickens right now. The chickens and the ducks that we had, we said, you know, let's get rid of them. Let's plaster the house. Let's establish grasses. So
you're trying
slowly
to
but
plant
surely.
grass on this side.
That's right. We're planting grasses. We used to have them, and then through construction and a lot of the other works we were doing, then we had a really bad dry season that just killed off everything. And then because we had so many birds, every time they started to sprout again, the birds would eat everything that was there.
Wow.
So we're just doing our best. Now my garden's really messy because this year I spent 3 months in the US.
Wow.
Because, well, 2 months was trying to get everything for my family worked out. And then 1 month we went back for the funeral. So this garden just kind of went crazy when I went back for the funeral, and I wasn't able to maintain it while I was gone. So now all of the sweet potatoes are down here. We can go in, but it's not as clean as it usually is. The sweet potatoes here on both sides. And I've been told they take about 1.5 years to get to the right size. I'm not sure if that's right. Orange ones. I don't know. I don't know. I've never grown them before. And I had a friend who harvested too early and said, oh no, they take 1.5 years. I don't know if that's right or not. I have no clue. But from here up to there, it's all sweet potatoes.
What do we have here?
It was a nursery. You can tell I had some managu up here. I've got the little local managu seeds.
Yeah.
But when I was in the US, all of this stuff just died
off, yeah.
Nobody was here to maintain it, so now I have to start over. It's actually something that's on my list for next week, to come through here and pull the weeds and till the garden and start over.
Wow.
My kunde went crazy and blew up everything.
I know there's one kunde here.
There's kunde all over the fence. But we ate well on that one.
On kunde?
I've got little patches of managu here and there that are still growing. I had cucumbers over there. I got several batches of cucumbers, and I'm letting the rest go to seed.
You see, you have onions.
And a little bit of ginger and turmeric.
Oh,
The ginger is here. Turmeric is right here.
this is turmeric.
I believe.
And the
so.
ginger?
It should be. This one right
This
here.
one is ginger?
This one
Oh
is
wow,
ginger.
I've never seen a
I
ginger
also
plant.
have ginger up in the corner inside of a pot because I didn't know if it would grow directly in the ground very well because of the drainage. It needs a lot of drainage.
Wow.
A lot of water, but a well draining soil. So I put ginger up there. It's growing
Sorry,
too.
I'm not
You can
holding
come
up.
in. It's okay. The kids know they're not supposed to just come in my garden because they can wreak havoc on what I actually have here.
Wow.
But they're good about it now that they come in. I had beans throughout here. I already harvested all the beans, and now the weeds are growing. So I had an herb garden there with basil and thyme and mint and several other things. And when I went to the US, again, everything just...
Some
Yeah.
things are better when you take care of them yourself.
Oh, exactly.
Zachariah? Wow. Ooh.
And then these ones here, I had garbanzo beans.
Okay.
But they're supposed to have several per, and most of them don't even have a bean inside. So they didn't work very well. The other beans that I harvested went really well, but the garbanzo beans, feels like there's one in here. Or chickpea.
Chickpea.
So I have one little one there,
Yeah.
but they just weren't, there was nowhere near enough to eat, so. This is my personal garden. This is what my kitchen garden. It's supposed to be for family use. Orange and purple. These ones here should be the Irene, which are yellow, or the orange, sorry. And those are my favorite variety. I love orange sweet potatoes, and they're really hard to find here in Bungoma.
Yeah.
So I figured if I could grow it, and I can continue to replant the vines,
Yeah.
I can always have a supply, even if I can't find them anywhere else.
Wow.
You coming, Baba? One of my favorite greens here is managu.
Managu.
So I always try and keep it growing somewhere.
Okay.
Thank you. Need help? You got it?
Papa is a gentleman.
He is. Shower. Excuse me. So this is our shower.
Bathroom. Yes.
I'm glad to have the plaster, honestly.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And there's a lot of ants here nowadays. I don't know what to do about them. Maybe vinegar can work. These doors, let me see. This door was made by Albert's brother. This door used to be on Albert's old house. He had one of those round houses.
Yes.
When we first got married, he had that. That was his old house. He was using it for a
hut?
kitchen. The round ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with-
the huts.
Yeah.
And then here, only 2 of the rooms actually existed on this house. You got it, buddy? Okay, it's not too dirty.
It's
It's a little dirty, but it's not terrible.
Okay, just
It's
show
okay, you
me.
can show it.
Okay.
It's a bathroom anyway, and
Yeah.
our kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hang our tissue there on the door. And
Okay. Ha.
these ones are our cows.
Yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This
He
is
helps you with
David.
the
He
cows?
helps us out with the animals.
Okay. Wow. And you have a neighbor there?
Mm-hmm. This one's my brother-in-law. He's also the interpreter for my mom's ministry,
Oh.
and he's very good. Very good interpreter. He just started interpreting when we came here, but he definitely had practice now.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. You did. You planted. You planted pepper?
Okay.
I don't know what this tree is
okay.
called,
Okay. Yeah.
but there's little small black fruits that come on this tree at certain times a year. So the kids will eat the fruits off of here.
Yeah, I don't know the name either. Maybe you can show the leaves.
Albert could probably tell you, but then we've got guava trees. If you look behind you,
Oh yeah.
like all of these are guava trees, and Albert planted all of them when he was younger. So we have a lot of guavas. Like when it's guava season and they're all getting ripe, the neighbors have to help us. They come here with bags and take guavas home. Here's Albert's geese. I'm still not sure because yeah, we're supposed to have a boy and a girl, but for years now, every time it's 2 boys. And then we'll exchange one, and they say one's a girl, and then it gets older, and it's very apparent that it's also a boy. So we'll see. We just exchanged one this weekend. We'll see if it turns out to be a girl or not. Hey. I think Captain's helping you see the house here. Hi, Captain. Come here, buddy. Can you say hi? Come on. Good boy. Say hi to the camera. Yeah. This is Captain. He's a very good dog. You can let the rabbits run around on the ground and he won't attack them.
Okay.
That's rare for a village dog. Most of the dogs in the village will burrow through a fence to get the rabbits. This guy's a good dog. Now, this is where we keep the goats at night. They're not finished buildings. This is actually going to be a storehouse.
Okay.
And this is the goat house to tie the goats. I don't think it's big enough for the goats that we have. But this is going to be storage for the picky, the motorcycle that's in
Okay.
the chicken house, and for our maize, our beans, and our chicken feed, because we get the ground chicken feed and ground pig feed. So things like that will go in here once the walls are finished and the floor is finished.
Okay.
And right now we have a lot of fertilizer, so all of this goat poop we'll take out and we'll use as fertilizer on the land where we're planting.
Yeah.
We actually have a piece of land down there too that we bought this year. Got an incredible deal on it, so we actually sold a cow to go and pick up that lid.
Down there?
Yeah, down the other side of Nyong Valley, down that way.
Okay.
So the cows sleep here at night.
Night.
You can see there's a cow feeder over here, cow feeder over here. So they'll sit here, they'll eat during the day sometimes, or they'll go out there, they'll eat grasses if they're available. We like to get them fresh grasses, but sometimes we just have to bring them in here. Like if everybody's planted the land, there's nothing available to eat. So then we'll have to buy Napier grass or Bracharia grasses, or these, maize. When people harvest, we'll take in the harvested maize and pay somebody locally
Yes.
to take home their, used maize. So then we can feed it to the cows. Albert also planted these when he was young. And they're starting to sprout up, you see?
Yeah.
That's just this year now that they've sprouted.
Okay.
So this is the mama pig. And she thinks that we're bringing her food since we came here. That's why she's making noise. This one's actually really peaceful. But if we're not careful, they dig through under the fences and get out.
Wow.
So that's why sometimes they have to be tied. But this one is the mom of all the little pigs that we've seen running around earlier.
Yeah.
Although I haven't seen them since I hope they didn't get out.
If you're not careful, they dig.
Yes, they will. They'll just dig everywhere. But this is the mama pig. She got really skinny for a while, but now she's gaining her weight again. All of these trees that you see on this side, Albert planted. So Albert and I got them together. We planted them a little over a year ago. It was last year in March.
Yeah.
And already they're big. They're pretty big. So this one was an investment for us to try and make money in the future.
Yeah.
So once they're big enough, we can sell them, we can make money back on our investment, plant more for future investments.
Yeah.
What, baby? Yes, it's growing, isn't it? We have a tree here that's growing back. Yeah? And yeah, the mountain. He says the mountain's back there. This mountain used to belong to Albert's grandfather.
Oh, okay.
But he sold it to some people.
Okay.
Here we go. You're right, there is a para there.
Ah.
Zach, you're so smart. And then over here, I'll have to see if it's actually So this is the furthest edge of our property here. And this is where our fence has trouble. Because, I guess I have to wait for the camera. So this is where our fence has trouble because it's right there on the mountain.
Yeah.
So some of the birds that we've had in the past have gotten out that way and then gotten into the neighbor's garden. So we're trying to work out that issue as well. But this one produces fruit. These will turn orange and they'll become juicy and sweet. They're pretty sour now if you eat them like this.
When they become orange, they're eaten? Wow.
I didn't know that until this year, out of all this time. And we've never told the kids that because they'll eat them when they're like this and then we'll never get them.
Yeah.
But that's one we can eat once it's ripe.
Wow.
Albert actually picked a bunch of them for me earlier this year. The bricks that I'll show you in a minute over here, we've sold a lot of them, we've used a lot of them, but they were all made out of this mud from this area.
Yeah.
Because it's nice like red dirt, and when you mix it, because of all the clay in the soil, it becomes really thick and it can be a strong brick.
Wow.
So here's our boundary here. Behind there is another brother-in-law's property. Over here is not. This one used to belong to one of my brothers-in-laws, but they sold it to another person. So I'm gonna come back around this way because this is a little overgrown. I got him. I got him. Are you happy dog? Are you happy dog? Yes. What do you think? All of the junk is kind of left to rot because it produces fertilizer. Okay, you still going out, don't you? Let's put going out. So there's not a lot left. All of the seeds out there. And we've used them for building, we've used them for selling.
From the sun?
Yeah,
From
the mud over on that land. It took him, the ones that we did have, it took him about 2 months to make all of them. And then we burned a big pile of them. And we've been using them for like over a year now. So it was a good investment. We still have our brick making stuff if we ever want to do it again, we could. This one is Rudy. Rudy? It's Rudolph. It's short for Rudolph, but we call him Rudy. This one is new. He doesn't have a name yet. Albert will probably end up calling him Swara. Because every single cow that Albert names that's a boy ends up being Swara. We're antelope, right?
Yeah. Hi, got it.
Bye!
Yes.
That one over there is pregnant.
Oh, they come.
So we'll have another cow in the next few months.
Oh, she comes help and go. She comes on a daily basis.
Yes, she has her own family, so she comes in the morning, helps until around 2 usually, and then heads home. Sundays, we don't have anyone work here. We just do it ourselves on Sundays.
Yeah. So that's basically it. That's it. And maybe your house is sitting in the kitchen.
Oh, here's a little. Here's the baby pigs.
Oh,
We have 5 of them left. Several of them died. Here are turkeys. We have 3 girls and 1 boy. He's actually pretty new, but he's a big boy.
He's a boy, this one?
The big one that puffs out his feathers, those ones are always the boys. The one next to him is his wife.
Wow.
But he's got 3 girls, which is actually the proper ratio of turkeys. And then here's 2 male ducks. We used to have females of the same breed.
This one.
The one with the blue on his wings is a pure ruin duck.
Yeah.
They're my favorite kind of duck. The one behind him is supposed to be an Indian runner, pure, and we were told it was a female. I suspected it was a male mix before it grew. It was sold to us too early, so it didn't have the curl on the tail, which is how you tell it's a boy. But as it grew older, it got the curl on the tail, and it stopped standing straight up like Indian runners do and became a little bit lower to the ground.
Yeah.
So my belief is he's an Indian runner mixed with a ruin, and he's definitely a boy.
Wow.
His mom is like a local medicine producer or whatever, and a midwife.
Oh.
And so sometimes she makes this like local dawa. And she's also taught Albert everything she knows. So sometimes he'll teach me about different plants. And then
Ooh.
and then I have this little medicinal plants of western medicinal plants of Eastern Africa. And it shows all of these, like the lion's mane here. And it talks about how you make medicine out of it, what medicine's good for. So I'm loving that book.
Wow.